What's good, everyone? Welcome to another reading. Wait a minute, are we all centered? It's a bit better, isn't it? No introduction needed for this. It's going to be on your path. Sorry in advance because I noticed I watched one of my other videos recently, and sometimes with speaking into the mic, you can hear every single detail of my breathing, or sometimes I'm drinking coffee, so it sounds like ASMR session. I apologize in advance. There's not much I can do about that right now, but just focus on the reading and not me. Pile number ones, pile number twos, and pile number threes. Feel free to pause the video as always. And we'll start with pile number ones. So, pile number one's your path. So, maybe some form of a hill. What do you see? What do you feel? Pile number ones, what do you see? What do you feel? So, energy wise, there was almost like what's actually quite important to this reading, and you'll probably never guess it upon looking, is actually where this person's at. This is actually the most important thing. Now I almost want to like ring it for you, maybe just so you have a memory of the point. This person, at least in the energy that I was getting, this person has climbed some form of mountain, or at least some form of viewpoint. They come to a viewpoint, and I feel like they're watching the sun set, not the sun rise. So, pile number one's your path, or where you're going. It seems to be like you're in a place, and it could be that you're in appreciation. It could be that like you are in a place of somewhat like rest from where you've been going, how hard you've been trying. And this is like the beautiful sunset. I guess it's a little sad how this character's not with someone to watch the sunset. But you might not resonate with that at all. Part number ones, you might be completely content. But it's definitely the energy of like well-deserved rest type energy. I know this person's not resting, but it's like they've walked to this viewpoint, and it's like they're just in a point where they are watching the sun go down, and they're completely present in that moment. I feel like pile number ones, you might need to be preparing yourself for this. Like part of your path is maybe your next chapter. I kind of get this feeling in my stomach, like you know something's coming. Like you know something's coming. I'm not sure how accurate that is for you, pile number ones, but it's like it almost reminds me of this person's resting, but it's like, and they're resting completely, they are able to enjoy that rest, but it kind of gives me the energy a little bit like there's a big fight coming up and they're aware of it. It's like the fighter knowing that, like, maybe not tomorrow is the fight, but maybe in a week's time, the spotlight's going to be on for the big fight, if that makes sense, which is an interesting feeling or an interesting vibe that I'm picking up. So pile number one's, I guess it's one of those shorter readings where I'm maybe just picking up on your energies, giving you some confirmations. Any advice would be along the lines of, obviously, absorb the sunset, absorb the beauty of it, the energy of it. You might even possibly be protecting your space as well. So I'm talking about a partner there, pile number ones, and that might be something that you absolutely don't need right now. But I don't know, for some of you who are in a relationship, it might just be like needing your own space, you know? I'm getting that vibe as we close out. Sorry, my voice is going. Hopefully you can still hear me. Hopefully it's not too bad, but So pile number ones, that was your reading. If you liked it, please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. Check out the If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Okay, pile number twos. So yeah, it's giving me vibes of obviously witch on a broom type energy. There's something kind of simplistic coming through here, just in the drawing style. So yeah, like, what do you see? What do you feel? Pile number twos. For me, it's kind of just giving me energy of like witchy vibes, basically. You off to somewhere like witchy vibes. I feel like this is something to do more with like personality. I feel like it doesn't matter if you resonate with like witchy vibes. Like you might say, no, that's does it count as blasphemy, or that's against God? Don't fuck with that energy. Don't like witches. Or you might be on the other side of that, which is I really, really like the energy. I don't think it necessarily matters what side that you find yourself on. And that's kind of even male or female as well. It's more about, so like the important part of this energy is that this person knows who they are. So it's like you're going somewhere, but you know who you are. So, you know, the kind of cool thing about this is that it almost like, I know that people maybe don't see witches as black and white as this. Like, I really fuck with that energy or I don't. because there's a lot of people who just don't really care either if you call yourself a witch or psychic or anything, an architect. People like, there's a lot of people who just don't care. Um, but what is important sometimes is that we know who we are. So this person or this analogy was quite good because it presented its way. It presented itself in a way which was like, you either kind of fuck with who I am or you don't. There's something about at least the witch's vibe that has that. It's like you accept me for who I am or you don't. Like when someone does at least choose to say, hey, I'm a witch, they're usually saying I'm embracing that completely, take it or leave it. And this is what's your reading's about, really. It's that you're coming into embracing something of who you are that might not necessarily, like I said, it might not even be related to spirituality at all, you know. It might just be your career. Embrace it, you know. Embrace, or I don't even. I feel like I don't even need to tell you to embrace it. Actually, I feel like you're doing it. I feel like you've done it already. I guess there might be a few of you out there who are on the edge, and maybe just need to hear this message to push them forward and to push them to go and be it completely. But I think, yeah, for the majority of you, you're going forward on this next stage, flying forward, and you know who you are. Like you're sure of your character now. So pile number two's short readings today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you feel like you need a little bit more from that reading, just pause the video, obviously, and sit on it. Like, see if there's any other kind of key words or feelings that come through from the drawing. But from me, that's it for now. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com. See ya. Okay, pile number three's your path. Okay. What do you see? What do you feel? Someone just chilling, isn't it? Having a smoke. I'm getting two vibes from this. And remember, none of my readings are gender specific. I couldn't care less how you identify. Everyone's welcome here. And I just say that as well because obviously some of these readings come through as male figures and some as female. It's definitely more of an energy thing, so I just put that disclaimer in there sometimes. If you're feminine watching this, it's just maybe talking about your masculine energy, or maybe not even that. You can touch in with yourself, and vice versa. So this reading kind of pulled me into two camps. There was the camp of like maybe someone being in like the smoking area of a job, you know, like having a smoke break. And then there's another camp which it reminds me of like a late night drink, but it's quite specific because it's like almost got catch-up vibes to it. So they're very two different energies. How I'm going to help you is I'm going to describe the energies of how this person feels in these two situations, and that might give you some confirmation. So first of all, the character who's having the smoke break, which seems to be at work, they can't wait to leave. They can't wait to leave. But there's something, the positive side of this is that it's almost like the person in, so that first half example, it's almost like they've given their notice to leave. So they're kind of chilled out, and they're in kind of chilled out vibes because they've already put their notice in to leave this place. And maybe that's going to resonate with some of you because you might have already given that notice in already. Something like that. It's got something to do with like work and being kind of chilled, because it's like you see the rainbow at the end of the tunnel and you're just calm about it. So that was a really bad butchering of that saying. You see the rainbow on like the other side, or the light at the end of the tunnel, I should say. The other side was the person who's having almost like a late night drink. This seems to me to be the energy of someone like giving advice. This seems to be like this, the person has the same calmness in them, but it's like the friend, it's like, I guess you are the friend in this scenario, possibly giving advice to another friend, but it's on it's kind of like on something you saw coming. So let's say one of your friends has called you up and he said, you know, like, I've just broken up with Sally or Sandy or Kim or Kerry or Josephine. Like, your friend's just broken up with them, and it's like you saw it a mile off because insert name just wasn't their type, or they were bad news, or maybe they were good news and your friend was bad news. It doesn't really matter, but you in this scenario, I think it's you, saw it coming. So you're having a drink with this friend, and again, you've got something really like laid back about you because it's like you saw it coming, so you're just listening and giving advice. Like I said, this could go for the opposite genders as well, so you could be the feminine giving your feminine friend advice about a guy, but obviously I'm kind of in the body of understanding this kind of energy here for now. So yeah, they're the two energies. They were the two like almost like options in this read, and I feel like one of them is probably going to resonate with you more. So it was kind of just confirmation on that energy. That is part of your next path. It could even be like in a way where maybe there wasn't like huge wisdom in that reading, pile number 3's, but it was like, did I call it a premonition? You know, when you see something in the future, it might just be one of those weird moments where you watch this reading and you either experience this today, tonight, or you're about to experience it and you'll be like, oh, damn, this is talking about that moment. So, poll number 3 is I hope it was helpful. If it was, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the If You Pause website, ifyoupause.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.